I had to shower regularly and deal with that. It was too much like being a normal person. And I don't really know what's wrong with me. I don't really think there's anything wrong with me. Hardly. Feels weird to be a normal person. It feels good to be me. And I don't think anybody should be me. Only I can be me, and I'm fine with that. But I am me. And so, ironically, that girlfriend suggested that I could use dry shampoo because my hair gets very greasy. I'm a very greasy boy. And,
So you say you don't sweat, but you're a greasy boy. Maybe that sweat that you're talking about turns into grease, and that's way worse. That's crazy. You're sweating grease, brother. You need to take care of yourself. You need to do better.
You are now listening to Pree Da Production with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Production YouTube channel. I'm your tribal chief, Majaro, aka Midge, and you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Just trying to grow the community by sharing this with your friends and family. That goes a long way in helping us do that. Also, leaving a super thanks is very much appreciated. Now, let's get into the video. What is up, my people? We are back. It's been a little break, I'm not gonna lie. Life's been a bit hectic, with the young son being rambunctious, throwing himself everywhere, not sleeping at the same times as he used to, running amok, having to tidy up every other day. It's been a bit stressful, and I'm not gonna lie, adding to your stress is getting a bad haircut. And boss man, my main guy over here in Waterlooville, my barber was out of town. He's been out of town for a whole month, and the guy that I trusted was an apprentice. And you already know how that went. Terrible. Hairline was wonky, fade was dead. It just didn't look sharp. Man gave me a wet towel shave and it cost me 26. Worst money spent ever. So next time when I went into the shop, I was like, nah, bro, I'll wait for the next man. I'll give another guy a chance because you ain't the one, brother. You need to fix up your blades. Anyways, let's get into this video. We are going to be looking at an old video of Asmongold, streaming sensation, or one of the top 10 streamers in the world. He streams for like 10, 12 hours in a row sometimes. Like, this guy doesn't sleep. And one of the things he swears by, not even swears by, he lives and breathes not having a shower.
What? Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
And when I first saw this video getting reacted to by Abba and Preach, I was like, oh hell no, I gotta cover this because this is some foul shit.
Hey guys, it's me again, and last night I ended what happened to be the longest streak that I've ever had of not taking a shower, about a month and a half. And I made a tweet about this, and I said that I hadn't showered in a month. There were a lot of people who I suppose weren't real viewers of mine, thought that I was lying, and a lot of my real viewers said that it was a good start. And
oh, when people don't know you, right? They're saying, yo, nah, this guy's capping. He's just doing it for likes and attention. Like, there's no chance. I mean, he's got to see family and friends somehow. He can't be stinking up the joint every other day. But then his reviewers who fuck with him, they're like, yeah, it's better than 2 years. Or whatever they thought. He doesn't shower as regularly. But that's crazy.
With the amount of people that I had talking about this, I thought to myself, you know what? That'd make a really good video. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to share with you guys my experiences of not taking a shower for an entire month or over an entire month, and kind of what the thought was behind it and everything that went into it and how it felt. Now, the first...
Bro, man's talking about it like it's a whole like strategy, like I can't shower today, can't shower tomorrow. I mean, I think it's raining on Thursday, so best to stay inside then as well. Like, this is not a plan. This is just you being lazy, bro.
I want to say is that there are a lot of you guys out there. You've got real jobs, you've got people that you have to see daily, maybe you have a girlfriend, maybe you have a wife, maybe you have to go out and interface with society. Well, luckily for you, I'm not tethered by those earthly desires, and I'm able to dredge and delve into the depths of depravity and experience them for you. And I'd like to share that experience with you all today. Now, the first thing that I think a lot of people ask whenever I talk about this is why? Why do you do that? And it's actually very simple. It's because I was doing something else, playing video games. I was laying in bed. Why would I do something that I don't have to do? There were a number of reasons why I take showers. I think one of the big reasons is so I don't look bald whenever I'm streaming. But I'm not streaming right now, so I'm pretty much good. Now, the reason I broke this streak, as you guys can see, my hair is, well, I still do look bald, but this is about as good as it gets. Nowadays, at least. And I thought that I had to be somewhere today, but apparently I don't have to be there. So I pretty much showered for nothing, and I ruined...
Oh my gosh, this guy's mentality is cracked. Man said I don't usually shower if I'm playing video games. I hear that. You know, I've got a couple of hours after waking up, not showered, done a whole video session or done a whole video game session, and oh, look at the time. Oh, you know, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Cool. You go a day without showering. You're not really going out. Like, if you go out, you have to shower. There's no questions about it. If you're staying in, cool. 1 day, 2 days, max. If you're not doing any physical activity, you're just staying inside. Cool. But the way my man's talking, like, oh, I had to be somewhere this day, but then it got cancelled. I showered for no reason. Not, oh yeah, oh well, at least I'm clean now. Oh man.
You know, what turned out to be a pretty good thing. So as time went on, and this is something that people would kind of expect, that you would just get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier as time went on. But the reality is that about 10 days in, after you haven't showered for about 10 days, you pretty much stop getting dirty. And I want to preface this by saying I don't really sweat hardly at all. Like, I don't know really why. I never have. I just don't. I don't really think I'm dehydrated particularly. I drink a lot of soda. I drink water too a lot.
Stop it. He's capping there. He does not. I've seen this guy streams. He does not drink water. He drinks fizzy drinks, sodas, carbonated drinks. That's all he drinks. No wonder you're not sweating, fam. There's no liquids in your body. There's no actual water, H2O. You need that in your system to sweat. So you're just building up BO.
And I always have a drink near me, and so I don't really feel like I'm dehydrated. I'm just not really the kind of person that sweats a whole lot. So because I'm not sweating all the time, I don't really create a lot of dirt, a lot of grime and gross stuff on me. For example, like if I can wear a shirt for a week or so, it's going to be substantially less disgusting than if somebody who sweats a lot would wear the same shirt for a week or so.
No shit.
But I'm sure I still do smell pretty bad. Regardless, the point that I'm trying to make here is that I don't sweat a lot, and that's probably why it's possible for me to kind of do this. And also on top of that, I want to say that about 10 days or so into not showering, you kind of hit a plateau. So like you have the time, and it's like, the things are getting dirtier, you're getting dirtier, and it starts to plateau or so around, I'd say, day 8 to 11 or so. About day 8 to 11, it starts to plateau. And at that point, you stop really getting any more dirty. And so whenever you get to that point, if you reach that break point, you get to a point where it's like, well, if I don't shower, nothing changes. So if you do shower, obviously you might feel better or whatever. I don't. I feel great all the time. Honestly, I feel almost like like in Pokemon where they had like Geodude, and Geodude would evolve into Graveler, and then Graveler would evolve into Golem if you traded Graveler to another Game Boy. What I mean is that I feel like I'm an Earth Pokemon evolving. I feel like I'm building stacks of my Earth Shield. I am a true shaman. I am building momentum. I'm becoming more powerful. I'm gaining stacks of the Earth Shield. And I don't ever really feel dirty. I don't. It might sound odd, but I don't really feel dirty. And
do you know what this sounds like? This sounds like coke. This sounds like full-on copium he's telling himself, you know what, it's not that bad. I'm only getting, 100% dirty. And after that, that's just the ceiling. There's nothing more. Like, this is as bad as it gets. Like, if I stay at this state for the rest of my life, it is what it is. No, bro, who are you to tell yourself, oh yeah, I don't get dirty, oh, I don't sweat, I don't do this, I don't do that, so it makes it, I'm capable of doing this. You're capable of doing it, but doesn't mean you should. It's not healthy. And I guarantee his diet isn't healthy either. If you're drinking sodas majority of the time, and you're staying in majority of the time, you're not walking, you're not exercising, you're not sweating like you say, like, you're in a whole world of hurt when you get older. Like, he looks like a relatively young person, just like 3 years ago, so he must be like, I don't know. I'd say, that's the thing. The lifestyle he's living, he might be younger than he actually looks. If he took care of him, he might actually look younger. He might not have a receding hairline. It is what it is. We all know someone who looked like this when they were younger, and they all had the same type of aesthetic, goofy glasses, hair wasn't, looked greasy most of the time. Didn't seem like they showered either. So there's always a person like that. But sooner or later, that person you would like grows up and have their own house of their own, and they're able to take care of themselves, and, with the money he has and the streaming amount of hours he streams, he can pay for someone to even wash his backside if he wanted to. But for him, it's more about the time cost wasted. I'm going to have a 10-20 minute shower. I could be doing this right now, or I could be ahead of this game. That's just childish behavior.
Always really keep my hands clean because they touch my phone all the time. But other than that, I'm pretty much okay. And I don't really ever think about it a whole lot or worry about it. And it's kind of weird to me that I don't really know how I got this way. I used to have 2 designated showering days a week. I had Thursdays and Sundays were my designated showering days because those were the days that I would have dinner with my dad. And back whenever I started this schedule, we were too poor to afford hot water, so I'd take a shower over at his house. So this kind of... I kind of just carried this tradition on for an indefinite period of time. And I had the designated showering days of Thursday and Sunday that were way past whenever we got hot water turned back on in my house. And I just kind of did this out of habit. And later on, I got a girlfriend, which is, as much of a surprise to you as it was to, probably me as well. I guess my parents were just happy that, I was doing something. But regardless, I got a girlfriend, and she was not particularly happy with this designated showering days thing. And
you don't say, bro. Like he said, it probably was a miracle. Like, if any girl walks into a room, sees a guy that she likes, and then goes to speak to him, or they come in contact, and she smells like crazy month-old crap cheese, that's 100% ick. That is 100%, 1,000% turn off. But she must like this guy so much that she was willing to look past that. Maybe this is when he was a streamer, and she was like, you know what? Maybe this is why he's single, but fuck it, we're about to get his bag. Maybe that's why, but...
She pretty much insisted that I move it up to about 3 or so, and that was a lot of work. You gotta change your clothes after you shower. That means you gotta do laundry. If you gotta do laundry, that means you gotta pick the clothes up off the floor. It's a lot of work. You gotta deal with it. And I've been on the schedule of basically for the past 6 months or so. I think I said this in my last video. I don't know if I did or not. I would just every month or so go to Target and buy a new pair of sweatpants. And I've been doing this for about 6 months now. So that's about 5 pairs of sweatpants that I've been wearing over the past 6 months. So I haven't really been doing a lot of laundry. That's really what I'm trying to say. And what's happened with that is...
So he's wearing the same clothes. Oh my gosh. So he's not even changing his clothes. I was thinking, okay, not have a shower, change your clothes. Maybe. Maybe that could prolong the whole cycle he's on, whatever, right? He's not even changing his blood clot clothes. Ugh. Like, he's the type of person, when you see them on stream, you can tell the room stinks, bro. We all know. Yo, let me get into it. I had this one guy, right? Round the ends. I'm a pretty nice guy. I like to give everyone a chance. So when people tell me, nah, that guy's weird, man. Like, he stinks, he doesn't shower, X, Y, and Z. I was like, oh, really? Like, he seems nice enough. Every time I walk past his house, he's always checking for me, saying, you right, Majaro? Da, 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 how you been? X, Y, and Z. So one time he invited me over to the yard. I don't know if I've told the story before, but yo, the house was smoke infested, cigarettes. Like, you sit on the couch, there's dust flying up in the air. Like, you walk upstairs, smoke, walk into the room, smells like dogs and cats. And that's the thing, right? The guy as a person, he was really nice, wholesome, sweet guy, but he just didn't keep care of himself. Like, his teeth looked like they weren't brushed at all. At least his teeth looked nice. His teeth wasn't brushed at all, and like, I heard the rumor was, the reason he doesn't brush his teeth is because it makes his gums bleed too much. I'm like, bro, if you don't brush your teeth often, that's gonna happen. That's gonna be trauma. That's gonna be like an open wound again. But if you constantly brush your teeth, it's gonna get used to it, and it's gonna get clean and X, Y, and Z. But safe to say, after that one time, I didn't make it a habit of going to his house like that. This guy had all the game consoles. He had all the Wii. He had a Wii, he had the Xbox, he had a PlayStation. He had all the games. His dad was a gamer, his mom was a gamer. It was a whole gaming family. Maybe this is a culture within exclusively the gaming culture. If you're, like, I'm a gamer. Like, I'm a proud gamer at that. And we've all been through a phase of this, of not washing X, Y, and Z for an extended period of time. But not like this. This is wild.
I had to shower regularly and deal with that. It was too much like being a normal person. And I don't really know what's wrong with me. I don't really think there's anything wrong with me. Hardly. But I'm not a normal person. And it felt weird to do that. It felt weird to be it feels weird to be a normal person. It feels good to be me. And I don't think anybody should be me. Only I can be me, and I'm fine with that. But I am me. And so, ironically, that girlfriend suggested that I could use dry shampoo because my hair gets very greasy. I'm a very greasy boy. And
So you say you don't sweat, but you're a greasy boy. Maybe that sweat that you're talking about turns into grease, and that's way worse. That's crazy. You're sweating grease, brother. You need to take care of yourself. You need to do better.
The funny thing about that is that I would use dry shampoo and I would rationalize my hair looking good because that's the reason I would shower is so my hair would look good on stream. And if I use dry shampoo, I don't actually have to use real shampoo. So it actually kind of worked against the whole showering paradigm, and it got even worse than that. And as soon as her and I broke up, then, oh man, then I got to be who I really was. I got to be me. And that's whenever I kind of moved it down to maybe like once a week or once every other week or so. And then things just kind of degraded from there. And I don't really even know why. I don't even know why I'm making this video or so, but I know a lot of people have talked about this, and I'd like to kind of share the experience because
yeah, that's enough sharing. Like, that is wild. Oh my god. Basically, he's a creature of habit, and this habit has stuck with him because that's where it started. He grew up poor. When the hot water started to turn off, that's when he couldn't have a hot shower. He probably didn't like cold showers because maybe he lives in a really cold place, so having a cold shower is just like counterintuitive of trying to stay warm. So that stuck with him until his adolescence, and when the hot shower was back, he just didn't hop back on it. He was just so used to the freedom and time he gained from not spending time showering and laundering I hear you. Laundry is time consuming. Like there's a whole washing line right next to me. Like I have to take out, put down, and all them things. I know growing up in and manhooding is hard, but sometimes you have to grow up. And he's a streamer, so that growth ain't coming anytime soon. But let me know what you think about my man's story. Do you ever find yourself in situations where you're not showering for more than 5 weeks or so? Do you have anyone in your life that is like this? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leaving a super thanks is very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet, yeah, it tastes like honeycomb. Dropping blood.